is the field for the race for 7th to 12th place. And we've got 5 riders in here, beg your pardon. And that is, I think Nicholas Paul is not going to be riding because he's disqualified.
Yeah, we saw
disappointment for him.
In the previous round, Nicholas Paul improved his position on the inside of the track underneath the sprint lane. So they have decided to withdraw him from this 7th to 12th, which is now 7th to 11th.
The 5 riders will be Kevin Quintero of Colombia. Then alongside him will be the second of the Trinidad and Tobago riders, Kwesi Brown. The bronze medalist in the sprint, Jack Carlin. From France, Rayan Halal. And the applause for Japan's Wakimoto Yuta. Well, they would have dearly wanted him to be racing for the medals.
Jack Carlin, one of the new sensations of sprinting and Keirin racing, a developing rider for Great Britain. He is in this race for 7th to 11th. The Olympic Games, the gun is fired, the riders are off. Wakimoto takes the Derny. Halal in second place. Jack Carlin in third position. Brown in fourth. And Quintero in 5th place. Quintero of Colombia takes the race from the back.
So Japan's hopes rest on this man. He'll get 5th place. Wakimoto Yuta. Then it's Rayan Halal, one of the bright young stars from France, a 22-year-old. Then Jack Carlin.
Yeah, I think Halal from France and Jack Carlin, they're the next generations for the big sprint nations like France and Great Britain. Brown has been impressive from Trinidad and Tobago, trains at the World Cycling Centre in Switzerland. He's been marked closely by the Colombian Quintero. But Wakimoto, he looks comfortable as the Derny comes off. 3 laps to go. The race proper has started. Wakimoto takes it from the front. Halal in second position. Jack Carlin looking behind, looking in front. He's got to be careful about the riders in front as well. As they come around, it's still Wakimoto with 2 laps to go on the front. Halal in second, just leaving a little bit of length, waiting for that burst of speed from Jack Carlin. Here it comes with Quintero as well.
They come off the bend to take the bell. It's Wakimoto, then it's Halal, then it's Carlin. It's a sense of pride for Wakimoto to win the Keirin, even if it's for 5th place here. But Halal and Carlin are going big around the outside. Brown very nearly loses it. Is Wakimoto.
Well, he did that the strong way from the front. He's got so much distance in him, as the Japanese Keirin riders do. And it was the little touch of elbows behind that actually gave him that little bit of an advantage. But taking it from the front, Wakimoto from Japan, the biggest cheer we've heard from the crowds. Wakimoto will be 7th at the Olympic Games in the men's Keirin.
Well, something to celebrate. It's a win in the B final, if you like, for Wakimoto Yuta. That's Kwesi Brown nearly losing it there. The elbows touched and did affect Halal and perhaps Carlin in that sprint. Kwesi Brown is the guilty party there. Confirming Wakimoto Yuta's win in the race for 7th to 11th. Jack Carlin, Kwesi Brown, Ryan Halal and Kevin Quintero. Well, this is such a race to savor, isn't it? The men's Keirin final here in Japan. in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games.
Well, it's a stellar lineup. Lavreyesen of the Netherlands won the sprint. Some fatigue has been showing in the last rounds of the Keirin. This is the race for the gold, silver and bronze medals. And what a man here from Suriname. We see Jair. He has done his nation proud. And this is the showman in Keirin racing. He's an exciting rider to watch. It's AWANG from Malaysia. Lavreyesen, face of concentration, getting last words from the coach. He has been the fastest man, but starting to fatigue. And we have Max Levy from Germany. He has a world of experience in track cycling. Matthew GLAETZER from Australia. He was unwell earlier in the week and couldn't live up to expectations for the sprint, so he saved himself for the Keirin. And what a man, Jason Kenny. He hadn't showed much form until he went through a repechage of the Keirin, and it looked like his legs finally came alive. He only prepares for the Olympics in every 4-year cycle. Lavreyesen taking some deep breaths. The Derny has started his journey on the way around the track, picking the riders up at 30 kilometres per hour, increases the speed over 3 laps to 50 kilometres per hour, and then the riders will battle it out for 3 laps.
Away the riders go in the final of the men's Keirin here in Tokyo 2020. Matt GLAETZER, the defending champion, Jason Kenny, Max Levy, bronze medalist in London, Mohd AWANG, bronze medalist in Rio, Harrie Lavreyesen, the sprint champion here in Tokyo, and Jair from Suriname is in this field.
He's also been one of those riders training at the World Cycling Centre in Switzerland, and they've done a fantastic job here at the Olympic Games in Tokyo. Here is AWANG, the exciting man, the showman of Keirin racing from Malaysia. He's following the wheel of Lavreyesen. So Jason Kenny on the wheel of the Derny, behind him Matthew GLAETZER, Max Levy, Lavreyesen, and AWANG followed by Jair.
Derny ever increasing in speed there. It'll get to around 50 kilometers an hour, level out, and then pull off the track as they come past the start finish, and then it'll be 3 laps of racing. Big gap opened up now as GLAETZER lays off the wheel.
He goes early. He sees the gap, Jason Kenny, but it's 3 laps to go. It's a very, very long way, and he has got a job to do here. He comes to the 2 laps to go. Jason Kenny will ride for the 500 metres of his life if he can take this. He will make history being the most successful cyclist. Chris Hoyle is on equal medals with him. I think he's going to do this. Jason Kenny, 1 lap to go. This is unbelievable racing.
There's no way they're going to catch him. He went early. Jason Kenny of Great Britain, Harrie Lavreyesen, AWANG are going behind him, but Jason Kenny is going to defend his title and become the most successful cyclist for Great Britain. And it looks like AWANG might have picked Lavreyesen for the silver medal, but Jason Kenny, what a race by this champion. He's shown his form at the time he needed it most here in the Keirin, and he sprung a move so surprising in the final. It took the rest of the riders off guard, and he has defended his title in sensational fashion. AWANG gets the silver, and Lavreyesen adds a bronze to his 2 golds earlier in the week. But Jason Kenny is the champion of the Keirin once again.
What an unbelievable ride. And Gerald, yourself and I were discussing earlier today, there's 2 reasons why we can back, or 3 reasons why we can back Jason Kenny. 1, he's the most tactful rider you ever see on the velodrome. 2, his wife Laura Kenny has already won a gold medal. And 3, I don't know what 3 is.
He's the best around. He certainly is. And Jason Kenny wants it. He does. In the sprint, he said he was not competitive enough, but he really came to the party in the Keirin, built it up perfectly, and his tactics were outstanding. AWANG, he's delighted with his silver medal. His best result. He's disappointed that he didn't get the gold, but, well, this is it. He looks over his shoulder, Jason Kenny, and he sees the gap and decides this is it. The Derny pulls off, and that is an enormously long sprint.
Well, we've said that he'll have to win this race on tactics because he's been lacking a little bit of speed, but he took the opportunity, and we can never, ever count out Jason Kenny. AWANG super happy with his silver medal. There's Jason Kenny. And what a sensational ride to now have won more gold medals than Sir Chris Hoy. Not that that would have been on his mind. It's just another race. But Great Britain come through again with the goods. And that may be the last Olympic Games for Jason Kenny. He's a rider we don't see race much in that 4-year cycle. He is an Olympic Games specialist.
Confirming the result to the Keirin, it's Jason Kenny who defends his title in sensational fashion here, ahead of Azizulhasni, AWANG, Harrie LaVreysen, the bronze medalist, TJON in fires. Fantastic ride by the man from Suriname to take 4th place ahead of GLAETZER, Levy and Wakimoto.
Well, celebrations for AWANG with his fans. A silver medal at the Olympic Games, inspiring everyone in Malaysia. Here is the man, Jason Kenny, now the most successful Great Britain Olympian with 7 gold medals, 3 in Rio, 2 in London and 1 in Beijing.
Quite astonishing performance by Kenny here. Well, he knew he had to do something different, something extraordinary here, and the door opened for him. As the Derny pulled off, he looked over his shoulder. There was a bit of a gap back to Matt GLAETZER, and he thought, here's my chance. Threw it all down on the track for 3 laps, and it paid off in the most sensational way. Fantastic ride.